Hey super fans, and welcome back to Super Gaming. Before I get started, I wanted to thank you for clicking on this video. It means a lot. Don't forget that I'm holding a giveaway for some Splatoon Amiibo. All we have to do is get 300 subscribers by the end of the month. And guys, you are showing up. We are doing so good so far. Keep it up. I love it. You guys are awesome. I will link the full video of that giveaway in the description down below. So don't forget to watch that video and enter so you can win. So, if you haven't heard by now, there has been some footage shown off from the new DLC pack for Breath of the Wild. 16 seconds of footage to be exact. Today, using this footage as my reference, along with some other clues, I will be offering some theories on DLC Pack 2. So it goes without saying, huge spoilers ahead, so tread carefully. First off, we must address the name of this DLC, the Champions Ballad. This name is extremely telling in and of itself. Nintendo has confirmed we will still play as Link on this adventure, so we will more than likely have more experiences learning about and continuing the legacy of the champions. This means traveling with Zelda back to each of the 4 major domains of each race within Hyrule. This will more than likely result in us having to complete new shrines and tasks with the civilizations to uncover hidden memories and stories related to these champions. But the question remains, why would this even matter? Don't we have all the information we need? Well, personally, I believe we are going to run into a struggle very early on in the new DLC's story. This struggle will force us to gain some sort of strength or knowledge of the champions or their cultures, more than we've experienced in the base game. But the most important reason is that Link and Zelda are now tasked with rebuilding Hyrule, which means unifying all of the land of Hyrule once again. So we will probably need to gain more trust than ever before. For example, we'll probably have to go throughout Hyrule and deliver the good news that Ganon is in fact defeated. Which brings me to the next point actually, the main struggle of this DLC. With 20 hours minimum allegedly coming from the story of Breath of the Wild in this new DLC, it stands to reason that the peril is not yet over for our duo, but they will have a lot of time to spend with each other discussing plans to rebuild Hyrule, which hopefully means fanboy can dream, can't he? I mean, how many generations of Link are there gonna be before he can finally end up with the princess?
Well, excuse me, princess.
Anyway, going back to the struggle, we know the Yiga clan is still devoted to bringing chaos in Hyrule, and after being humiliated by Link, I would not be surprised if they try and resurrect the demon Demise himself. Screw going to Ganon, go straight all the way back to the original baddie in Zelda, chronologically that is. Even though some people may find this unlikely, I think it's actually quite probable. And it would be very, very cool. But if it doesn't happen, I have a second runner-up prediction. I would predict that the leader of the Yiga clan gets some kind of magical enchantment or enhancement or some kind of enhancement. Pretty much we're going to end up fighting a more demonic form of that Yiga clan master. But overall, between these two predictions, I think it's safe to say that the Yiga clan will have a strong presence, a greater presence than ever before in this game. I mean, because let's be honest, they're more of a nuisance or a thorn in your side than an actual threat when you're traveling around Hyrule, which is a shame because their design is really cool, but I want to see them be more of a challenge. Also, let's not forget that we're getting a new dungeon, so maybe a new dungeon involving lots of waves of Yiga clan members? That would be great. Although with this new dungeon, I feel like this is going to be more like the dungeons we've already had, which means barely dungeons at all. So what we might do is have another assault on the Yiga clan hideout, or maybe some sort of dungeon will emerge in the middle of Hyrule that we would not expect at all. Side note here, while on the topic of traveling around Hyrule, with as much as our old pal Cass loves hearing about the legends of the princess and the champions, I would love to see him meet Zelda in person. Regardless whether they meet or not in the game, it sure seems likely that he's going to have an integral part in this new DLC. Like maybe pointing out whole new areas of the map that we have to unlock, and shrines as usual, and perhaps he shows us the way on our new journey overall. And that brings me to the last point I would like to make in this theory. We know we are getting all new Amiibo, one for each champion. We know absolutely nothing about what they'll do. Some people have speculated that they will automatically reset your timers of the champion's power-ups, But I don't see that being very likely at all, because honestly that would break the game. Can you imagine using Mipha's Grace every 5 seconds, being able to spam Urbosa's Fury, fly above your enemies with Revali's Gale? Nah, I don't think Nintendo would be down for that. What I do think will happen will be what has happened for every other character-specific amiibo in the past, and that is unique clothing and armor. I think the most certain bet in this category is to get some sort of royal male garment, like a crown or a tunic that will allow Link to travel into Gerudo Town without cross-dressing. Because honestly, it was funny and clever at first, introduced some new things to the game, but now it's just kind of getting annoying to have to change every time I want to go there. And I'm not saying necessarily that a new piece of clothing is going to change that, but maybe an enchantment or some kind of power-up to one of the tunics you already have. Or maybe simply wearing the Champions tunic, as that's like the iconic tunic in this game. I think that would make a lot of sense, actually. But that's it for me today, guys. What kind of things do you see happening with this new DLC coming out later this year? Comment below so we can discuss. I would love to hear your thoughts. And don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe button so we can reach our goal of 300 subs by the end of the month. Again, thank you so much for watching and clicking subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you online. Vanilla Soup out.